Hi everyone, a very warm good morning to everyone. How are you doing? And
Good
I
morning,
hope you're
everybody.
all in full of energy.
Absolutely. So it's a pleasure to connect back with all our dear bachas. And, every day it's a new day, and it's up to us, the choices we make in the day. It is up to us how the day turns out to be. So, do you all believe that it is up to us how you convert your day? Do you have that power with you, or have you given that power to someone else? So, today we will teach you how to get that power back, right? In order to improve, in order to have consistency, in order to stand up, and keep ensuring that we are fighting back and we are getting better.
And today in the Daily Transform series, for those of you who are joining for the first time, this is a Daily Transform series which we do. Me, I'm Dr. Sumer. With me, I'm Dr. Deepthi. We do it every day at 10 a.m. and
Yeah.
we do it on the DAMS app as well as on the YouTube so that we can help the students in general. And our goal in the Transform series is to talk about different aspects of a competitive exam preparation and mindset. Today, we are going to tell you something which is very important. I asked a question to a student that how is your preparation going? He says, "Sir, I'm improving." Somebody says, "I'm not improving." But how do you know? How do you know that you're studying enough? How do you know that you're improving in your exam or not? What is your performance metric?
Absolutely, yes. And there are multiple ways how you can keep track. It's most important that we don't have to wait for someone else to come and tell us. Okay? Because wo someone else real exam hoga. We want an evaluation before that. We want to work on the right track. Yes. So one of the most important tools of assessing how you are doing is giving tests, and we have talked about this multiple times, right? So yes, so one is GT. We have talked to you about NEET PG mock tests. We have talked to you about test and discussions. Yesterday I uploaded the ENT transform 10x test. How many of you gave it? Come on, tell me, did you all give the test? Yes. So there is this entire transform 10x series that will have a series of mini tests which will be based on the schedule of PYQ Kabak, right? So this most important thing is consistently testing yourself, right? And you all have to ensure that you're doing that. And what are you going to do after that? टेस्ट दे दिया, काम खत्म हो गया या नहीं खत्म हुआ? नहीं खत्म हुआ, अभी काम शुरू हुआ है, right? This is the change of perspective that we want you to have so that you're not afraid of giving tests.
So when we are giving a test, you are not passing a judgment on yourself. You are trying to measure where I have reached. So these are two different things altogether. You're trying to measure the performance. Why we are telling you this is because we feel that this is something that many students are missing out on. कि उनको लगता है टेस्ट दिया खराब हो गया तो सब कुछ खराब हो जाएगा,
और अब
लेकिन
और नहीं देंगे।
टेस्ट ही नहीं किया तो पता कैसे चलेगा कि कहाँ है? So to get to know your performance metrics, you need to start attempting your tests and your question banks on the app. On your DAMS app, when you click on your My Study section, you will see two icons. One will say your performance analytics, and one will say your AI generated report, which will tell you using the Cortex AI what subjects you are weak at and what you should be working on. So, what we truly believe are that all of us we talk about fitness, but the real game changer in fitness was when somebody introduced a watch which would count your steps. And then there was a performance benchmark कि भाई 10,000 करने हैं. So the benchmark is 10,000, and every day when you are wearing a watch, it tells you that how many times you walked, how many times you moved around, and what was the number of steps that you've done. You were measuring your performance. Now you can look at this measurement as a judgment. भाई मैं तो कम चलता हूँ मैं नहीं. Or you can look at it as an encouragement कि boss, I
Yes.
need to make a change and I need to improve. Similarly, like Madam said that you need to give grand tests, so there has to be benchmarks. Last year, looking at the paper and looking at this year's NEET also, we see that the papers are not tough, they're doable. So we need to have a benchmark of more than 140, 145 correct if I'm looking at a government PG seat. That's a benchmark. That's not a judgment on you. मैं आज जहां पे भी हूं मुझे यहां पहुंचना है, लेकिन अगर पता ही नहीं होगा कहां पहुंचना और मैं कहां हूं तो कैसे करोगे? So remaining vague is not going to help you. You need to measure it. One of the key measurement statistics is number of corrects you're getting in a grand test, and
Yes.
how you
And
analyze the mistakes. And after that, what happens when you give the next one? Is there improvement or not? Then next one, then next one. I'll tell you one statistics, and I'll ask madam to further add on. I have seen with many students who plateau at 130, 140 after giving 6 grand tests and using the DAMS method of listening to the video solutions on the DAMS app for your mistakes. In the 7th GT, they see a massive improvement. Because now, suppose you were at 140, you were making 60 mistakes. In 6 GTs, you will make 60 into 6, 360 mistakes. 7th GT, you will make 360 mistakes less. And the chances of your improving plus 10, plus 15 is very high. Many people are like, so when you start measuring your performance, the problem is you want immediate result. Immediate result तो कहीं नहीं आता ना. सर आपने बोला था जीटी देखे ना, वीडियो सुनना, कल मैंने अगला जीटी दिया, उतना ही आया. एक बार में थोड़ी ठीक होना था ना. You need to know how long it takes to improve in an average that is 6 grand tests. Okay.
absolutely. So now coming to the next important thing. As Dr. Sumer and me have said that reviewing is very important. You have to focus on number of correct. And yes, I actually place a little higher target because, exams बहुत delay हो रहे हैं and everybody is studying hard. They're all trying to break through. I would say try and reach 150 correct. There is this zone which Dr. Somer also mentioned, which is the zone of 125 to 145. Majority बच्चा इस zone में है. इस zone से बाहर निकलना जरूरी है to ensure that एक एक mark पे बहुत ज़्यादा ranks ना हो. Right? You need to set a benchmark of 150 correct. Now, this is about correct questions. Then comes the other part. When you are giving a test, I know correct questions are very important. That is a benchmark we are setting. What is the gap that is there, and we work on the gap. Now, how do you work on the gap? To work on the gap, you need to see your wrong questions, right? Something that will not make you feel good about yourself, but you have to do it. Please understand, when you look at your wrong things, you are moving out of your comfort zone. Because it tells you ki, Arey, this is something that you could not recall. This is something that you did not know. And it lowers your confidence. Yes, so it is moving out of your comfort zone. But only and only when you move out of your comfort zone, you will see growth. Do you all want to grow or not? I want an affirmative answer in the comment section. Do we want an academic growth? Do we want a growth in our number of corrects? Yes or no? That is the purpose we are striving for, right? That's the way forward. And therefore, it is very essential to go through what you have done incorrect. Please don't get scared of it. Believe me, that is the best way to improve. I follow it even now in my life. When I teach, I see ki kaun se topics, maybe the student wasn't very happy with when I did. They were making some face. So I will come back and work on that so that, my feedbacks improve even further. I am a person who is always going to go back and read my feedbacks. I'm not scared of them. I'm willing to see them. I'm willing to see which are my areas of growth. How can I be better from what I was, right? And this has nothing to do with your education level, with your status. We might be anywhere in life. If we want to grow, if we want to improve our choices, right? And if we want to make the correct choices, we want to have them first. So you need to work on your wrong questions. Please identify them, okay? And I will talk about further what are the different ways of identifying them, right?
And see, first of all, the rule number one is you need to put your performance to a measurable test. And the DAMS grant test is the closest to the NEET PG exam. So you put yourself to test, then measure without self-blame or shame. ऐसा नहीं सोचना कि खराब हो गया, अब क्या होगा, मैं तो बहुत बेकार हूँ, ऐसा नहीं सोचना, मैं सीख रहा हूँ. So this is how every sportsman improves. Every sportsman improves by measuring their, what they are achieving every single day. So like even smaller parameters, like you will see in your sports watches, there is a parameter called as VO2 max. Are you improving or not? What is your fitness level? They are measuring everything without judgment, without self-blame. तो क्या वो आप टेस्ट में कर सकते हो? In the DAMS app, in the study analysis tool, you will see analytics on your question bank performance, analytics on your test performance, your comparative journey, how you are performing with respect to rank 1, rank 2. You can compare with any of the toppers. So do all of that without blaming yourself. You are measuring so that you can improve. Also, I want you to know, many of you have written to us कि सर इन्हीं सेट के बाद पूरा मोमेंटम टूट गया। मैंने कल भी बोला था, आज फिर बता रहा हूँ, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है भाई। अभी
Yes.
बड़ा एग्जाम बचा हुआ है। अभी क्यों थक गया? इससे तो 10 टाइम्स ज्यादा पीजी सीट बची है अभी नीट
Believe
पीजी के
me,
अंदर।
half of the people are only sitting there because they know others will quit. Do you understand this? Even if they are not working, it is about showing up. I've been telling you this every single day. You need to show up every day. Some people are in the queue waiting for only others to get tired and give up. Are you going to give it up so easily? No, right? This is not INI exam was not a marker of how capable you are, right? It was just a test. Okay, it went a little plus, a little minus, that's okay. But why are we not looking up for the other opportunities that are coming? Yes, do not give up so easily, right? अगर हम इतनी आसानी से गिव अप कर देंगे तो आधी चीजों के लिए वी आर नॉट इवन एलिजिबल. डू यू रियलाइज द अबंडेंस वी हैव?
एक और मेजरेबल मैं बताता हूँ कि क्या मेजर करना है, और ये बहुत सारे बच्चों को बहुत काम आएगा. I have seen many students who came after NEET and said, "Boss, I could not concentrate in the full exam. I made silly mistakes after 1 hour, 2 hour. I was not in my full, energy level throughout the exam. उतना stamina नहीं build किया था." तो अब आपने क्या करना है? You have to clock your reading hours. जैसे डैम्स की क्लास में होता है ना, डैम्स की क्लास के अंदर सपोज 2 घंटे के बाद ब्रेक हो रहा है. कुछ बच्चे कहते हैं सर हर 15 मिनट में ब्रेक क्यों नहीं कर लेते? मैं बोलता हूँ तेरा मेंटल स्टेमिना भी बनाना है. वो कहते हैं सर ये क्या होता है? मैं एग्जाम वाले दिन पता चलेगा. एंड मेनी पीपल दे कम बैक एंड टेल मी, बॉस आपने सिखाया कि कैसे 2 घंटे कंसंट्रेट करना है, कैसे उस एबिलिटी में रहना है. सो इफ योर प्रॉब्लम वाज योर एग्जाम स्पीड, टाइम मैनेजमेंट, पहला सेट खराब कर दिया, चौथा सेट खराब कर दिया, पेपर के अंदर स्पीड नहीं मैनेज हो रही थी, कंसंट्रेशन नहीं मैनेज हो रही थी, तो अब से कोशिश करते हैं ना. So another performance metric is how long can I sit and study with full concentration. जैसे ही कंसंट्रेशन टूटेगी क्लॉक को बंद कर देंगे, टाइम काउंट हो जाएगा कि अभी मेरा ये 35 मिनट्स आया, 38 मिनट्स आया. जैसे जैसे मैराथन वाले करते हैं ना, कितना देर भाग पाते हैं, किस हार्ट रेट पे भाग पाते हैं, किस स्पीड पे भाग पाते हैं. सो यू हैव टू मेजर दीज टू थिंग्स. मैं कितना ठीक कर रहा हूं, मैं कितना कंसंट्रेशन से रह पाता हूं, कितने टाइम तक. वंस यू स्टार्ट मेजरिंग इट, देन ओनली यू कैन इंप्रूव इट. एंड स्टॉप कंप्लेनिंग कि ये स्टक हो गया, स्टक हो गया. ये तो होगा ही होगा ना, फिर निकलना पड़ेगा ना उसमें से. ऐसे थोड़ी कल को तू बोले मैं विंबलडन जीत गया हूँ, या मैं जीतना चाहता हूँ बड़ा मैच, क्रिकेट का वर्ल्ड कप जीतना है, लेकिन सर अभी मेरे से खेला नहीं जा रहा है. तो थोड़ी है, सीखेंगे तभी करेंगे ना. सो टेक ऑल ऑफ दीज मेजरमेंट्स एज लर्निंग ऑब्जेक्टिव्स.
Now, also, like Dr. Sumay said, we have to have definitely defined hours, right? This is going to improve our concentration level, and we are working on quality rather than quantity. Yes. Now, like Dr. Sumay said, make well-defined time zones, let's say 2 hours, okay, and sit with a clock. It is a very essential way to improve your productivity, because then you're not looking like a whole day mujhe padhai karna hai. You're just looking at those 2 hours. What is the next thing you should do? कुछ बच्चे यहाँ लिख भी रहे हैं, मैम मुझे तो आपने बोला ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये भी करना है, ये सब मैं एक दिन में कैसे करूं? कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. इफ यू आर डूइंग इट इन नॉट जस्ट वेल डिफाइंड टाइम आवर्स बट ऑल्सो वेल डिफाइंड टारगेट्स. मैं बार बार बोलती हूँ, if in these 2 hours I am going to read ophthalmology, you have to first take 5 minutes and prioritize. Okay, in ophthalmology my retina is weak, my neuro is weak, maybe glaucoma is weak. I'm going to target these topics first, right? So if you know that there is limited time and you give yourself well-defined targets, you are bound to do well than anyone else. Now, how to identify? Ma'am, मुझे कैसे पता लगेगा ऑफ्था तो इतनी बड़ी है, 2 घंटे में क्या पढ़ूं? This is exactly why we are giving you tests. This is why I'm giving you a Transform 10x test. It's not to assess you. It is to use it as an aid. Like, okay, in Oftal, I could not do the neuro part right. I could not do the vascular part right. This should be in my priority list. Okay, so give tests and make priority lists. Identify within a subject exactly what subtopics are you weak in. Now, madam, there could be 10 topics that I am weak in, but I can't do 10. This is again the reason I am asking you to use a test paper made by the faculty. Faculty may not have asked all those 10 topics. Maybe the faculty thinks that out of those 10, these 6 are most important. And imagine leaving these 6, you were reading the other 4. Will your score improve? No. So we have to have a common area in this circle. There is a circle what you want to read. There is a circle which the exam is going to ask. You have to read the common area. What will be asked in the exam that I am also weak in, and therefore if I work on that, it improves my score, my productivity in a limited period of time. Okay?
And I'll add just one line here कि वो जो लिस्ट बनाओगे ना टॉपिक की जो आज करना है, ये आज जैसे हफ्ता में LRR करना है, मुझे रेडियो का DVT करना है, गायनी का LRR DVT दोनों करने हैं, जो भी अपन लिस्ट आज के लिए बनाते हैं उसके ऊपर you need to make it like a checklist. उसके आगे you have to put a check mark, and once you achieve it, tick mark. It should be in a visible position in your room. You should have a daily checklist in front of you, and all of you who are saying कि सर मैं नहीं कर पाता, वो होना शुरू हो जाएगा. Because you have a visual reminder कि आज मुझे क्या करना है, उसके अलावा इधर उधर नहीं जाना है. आपने टारगेट बनाया कि डैम्स का LRR करना है, मुझे गायनी का, मुझे रेडियोलॉजी का करना है, मुझे ऑफ्था का करना है, मुझे सर्जरी का करना है. लेकिन फिर आपने यूट्यूब ऑन किया, उस पर कोई नोटिफिकेशन है, उस पर चले गए, इधर चले गए, उधर चले गए, फिर सारा दिन खराब हो गया क्योंकि इफेक्टिवली कुछ भी नहीं हुआ. तो देखा तो बहुत कुछ लेकिन कुछ पढ़ा नहीं. एंड दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. सो यू हैव टू हैव दैट लाइन. एक और मैं चीज यहाँ ऐड करना चाहता हूँ मेरे FMG बच्चों के लिए. Lot of students who are appearing for the July FMG exam are asking, sir, if I start now, what is one resource which will be enough? That is DFX. अब वो कई बच्चे पूछ रहे हैं सर क्या DFX enough होगा? So DFX is like the live rapid revision of NEET PG. We do it for FMG. FMG के लिए स्पेसिफिक कोर्स बनाया हमने DFX, जिसमें हम वो पूरा सब्जेक्ट को एक दिन दे के पूरा रिव्यू करते हैं उसके अंदर. एंड इट इज नोन टू हैव massive strike rate. तो इज इट एनफ फॉर FMG एग्जाम? यस. थोड़े से टेस्ट भी करवाएंगे, PYQ भी हम करवाएंगे, DFX भी करेंगे और CBT भी देंगे. इट इज एनफ.
Okay, then I want to ask a very important question. कितने लोग हैं जो अभी थका हुआ फील कर रहे हैं? How many of you are saying that I am tired? Yes, I want to see in the comment box how many people feel they are tired or exhausted. Yes, quickly, because I have to tell you something very important. So write it down. How many of you feel you are tired or you are exhausted? Yes, batao. Now, you have to identify what is the reason that you are feeling tired and exhausted. पहला रीजन. ओके, आई हैव बीन वर्किंग लाइक अ स्प्रिंटर. मैं एक स्प्रिंटर की तरह भाग रहा था, और क्योंकि मैं पिछले 10 दिन से भाग रहा था, आज मैं थका हुआ हूं. यस, दिस इज वन. द अदर इज मैं बैठ के सोच रहा हूं कि मुझे एक स्प्रिंटर की तरह 10 दिन भागना है, और मैं ये सोच के ही थक गया हूं. यस. कैन यू गेट टायर्ड? यस, इट इज एब्सोल्युटली वैलिड, बट it becomes valid only you have worked hard for some time. You can't just say I am tired by not doing anything. Yes, so believe me, it is okay to get tired. We also get tired, but first ensure that you have worked hard to say that you are tired, and then it is okay to take a break, to have a slow-mo as well, right? So, a very simple thing what me and Dr. Sumay do, we also have limited time and there are tons of things that we have to do. How do we work on our productivity? And I also have guilt. When I go to office, clinic, I have a guilt. I'm leaving behind my child. I'm not giving time to him. Sometimes I am having guilt. I'm not able to cook like other women for my husband and my child. Then sometimes I have a guilt. Oh, I did not give enough time to my clinic. Then sometimes I have a guilt that, oh God, I should have given more time to DAMS. There is always going to be this. So you know what we have been doing is, when we go to the office and sit, for first 10 minutes, both me and Dr. Sumay take a white sheet of paper and we write our targets. And I God promise we do that. Okay, we write our targets. very, very clearly, this is my task, this is his task. Then we see that we are not overlapping to ensure that as a team, we come out really strong and we make the day productive for our students, for whoever our life is attached to. And then we complete it one by one and we cut it. And at the end of the day, we show each other our sheets, and then I'm very proud to tell him that, Sumer, I covered all my tasks, because believe me, I was a person who Dr. Sumer has changed completely. I used to say I will do only one thing at a time. I'll do it the best, but I will do only one. Then he used to tell me, this is your defense. You're being lazy. You're not working hard, right? You can do multiple things and you will do all of them very good. You do it. And suddenly I realized, okay, probably I also had that capacity, but I did not stretch. I did not explore my capacity. I thought that this is not my cup of tea. I can only do one task at a day. But then I realized, no, once he pushed me, maybe sometimes he was very affirmative about it. No, do it. Sometimes he was saying it in a very lovingly fashion, karte hain na acha rahega. There are different ways, but we have to ensure before we sit with a pen and paper, write down exactly what we want to do, cut it. It will improve your productivity, I promise, and you will feel so good about yourself. और मान लो आपने 6 टास्क करे, उसमें से एक टास्क 50% भी हुआ, but कोई बात नहीं, at least you've been able to do so much more. Yes, so please, there are ways to come out of your comfort zones, but you have to be willing to do it. Okay, you have to be willing to do it.
और ना मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि देखो, 2 कारणों से हम थक जाते हैं. वी गेट टायर्ड बिकॉज ऑफ 2 रीजन. एक, कि बहुत मेहनत की, बहुत पढ़ाई की, फिर थक गए. हाँ. एक होता है कि कुछ भी नहीं किया, सिर्फ दुनिया का देखा, फिर दुनिया को देखा कि YouTube पे, ट्विटर पे ये सब क्या चल रहा है, ये सब वो क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, वो क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, वो क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, टेंशन सोच के थक गए. चॉइस इज योर्स. काम करके थकते हैं ना, सोच के क्या थकना. पढ़ते हैं ना, पढ़ के थकेंगे यार, हारेंगे भी तो कोई बात नहीं, कम से कम ये तो हुआ, अपना बेस्ट किया था. बहुत जरूरी है ये जानना. क्यों नहीं तो क्या है, मैं ऐसे बहुत सारे लोगों को जानता हूँ जिंदगी में जो सोच के थक जाते हैं. काम के बारे में सोचते हैं, थक जाते हैं, फिर छोड़ देते हैं. और ना मैं एक एग्जांपल बताना चाहता हूँ जो डॉक्टर दीप्ति बता रही थी. कल हम लाइव में आपसे बात कर रहे थे, परसों एक्चुअली में, एंड मी एंड डॉक्टर दीप्ति वर डिस्कसिंग साइड बाय साइड. मैंने डॉक्टर दीप्ति बोला, मैम वो डीवीटी वाला निकाल देते हैं ना किताब. तो yesterday she has now worked very hard with the team. Now the filled up DVT book, the NEET PG का first aid is now available in Amazon and Medimart. Amazon पे दोपहर तक आ जाएगा, Medimart on ऐप पे भरा हुआ डीवीटी आ गया. बहुत सारे बच्चे कल मांग रहे थे कि क्या हम ऐसा कोई चीज बना सकते हैं, किताब जो 1 महीने में मैं अब तक नहीं पढ़ा और उसको 2-3 बार कर लूं. सर वीडियो भी नहीं देखने. तो हमने वो किताब भी निकाल दी. उसका नाम है डीवीटी की, डैम्स की नीट पीजी की फर्स्ट एड 3.0. इस बार के डीवीटी के ऊपर बेस करके पूरी बना दी हमने. सो वी हैव टू give a target to each other to
the next thing, how to make it possible, how to make all the things possible at one time. मैं उसका राज बताती हूँ. वो राज है, देखो, मैंने, आप लोगों ने मुझे बोला कि फिल्ड अप दे दो, मेरे पास नहीं थी, ठीक है, मगर मैंने आपको कमिट कर दिया. Now the problem is I committed on a YouTube that I will do it. I can't just now say, okay, मैं तो मजाक कर रही थी. Okay, so I made a commitment, and I know that my students have a lot of respect for me, and it is because of the work I do. So I can't just let it loose. So if you have problem in meeting your targets, make a commitment and make that commitment to yourself. Tell yourself that I am my own responsibility. Can you please write that in the chat box? You are no longer.
साथ में ना आज क्या करोगे ना वो भी कमिट कर दो, ताकि कल पूछूंगा मैं. So you can start committing here, and tomorrow when we come live on 10 a.m. you can just start telling कि did you achieve it or not. Be accountable to us. हम रोज आ रहे हैं, बता दे मुझे आज क्या क्या करने वाले हो भाई, बताओ. क्या टॉपिक पढ़ोगे भाई, जल्दी से कमिट कर दे.
एक बार you learn that this thing, that you are your own responsibility, believe me, you will work your ass off. You will really work hard. अभी तक ना आपको लगता है आप आपके पेरेंट्स की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो, आप डैम्स की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो, आप डॉक्टर सुमेर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हो, लेकिन असलियत में आप अपनी responsibility हो, right? The day you realize this, okay, will be the turning point in your life. And that day, the choices you make, the decisions you make, you will see that you will become more aggressive, you will become more forthcoming, and you will make it happen. You will break the ground. Okay, you will all do that because you're anyways high achievers. We have no doubt about it. Okay.
ये ना एक लाइन है जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मैडम बता रही है, और ये पता नहीं मेरी जिंदगी में मैंने ऑलमोस्ट अपने हर टीम मीटिंग में एक लाइन, एक वर्ड जरूर बोला होगा, उसका नाम है जिम्मेवारी। मैं अपने हर टीम में हर टीम मेंबर को कहता हूँ कि यार प्लीज जिम्मेवारी ले लो, जो चीज शुरू करते हो खत्म करने की जिम्मेवारी भी तुम्हारी है। ये मत बताओ कि ये मैंने किया, अब ये उसकी गलती है, उसकी गलती है। मुझे रिजल्ट के बाद मेरे किसी बच्चे से ये नहीं चाहिए कि आप बोलो कि सर उस समय पे ये नहीं किया था, ये नहीं कर लेता, डीबीटी नहीं किया सर, पता तो था, पता नहीं क्यों नहीं कर पाया। छोड़ना यार, जिम्मेवारी ले, जिम्मेवारी लो कि जो आपने शुरू किया वो खत्म करोगे। और ये रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आपकी आपके काम की तरफ, अपने करियर की तरफ और अपने पेरेंट्स की तरफ भी है। मेरा ये मानना है कि जो बच्चा डॉक्टर बनता है, और आप वो बच्चे हो जो पूरी सोसाइटी की क्रीम है, एंड आप अपने पेरेंट्स का भी तो सपना हो। सो यू नो आपने सोचा था कि यार, और कई परिवार में, मैं तो खुद एक साधारण परिवार से आता हूं, तो कई परिवार में जो डॉक्टर बच्चा होता है उस परिवार को अगले लेवल पे लेके जाता है। वो सब करना है कि नहीं करना, तो फिर जिम्मेवारी लेते हैं ना पढ़ने की। कब तक ये सोचते रहेंगे कि हम नहीं। मैं जैसे मैंने एक स्टोरी अभी अपने इंस्टाग्राम पे भी शेयर की। एक हमारा बच्चा था, एफएमजी बच्चा था, उसने मेरे पास आया, कहता है सर मैं जिम्मेवारी लेता हूँ कि मैं एफएमजी पास करूँ। मेरी क्लास के बाद, मेरी बात सुनने के बाद कहता मैं एफएमजी पास करूंगा, फिर सर एमडी भी करूंगा, और करूंगा गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज से, क्योंकि मेरे माता पिता के पास पैसे नहीं है। फिर अपने एमडी में पैसे कमा के उनको फॉरेन घूमने लेके जाऊंगा, और उस दिन सर आपको फोन करूंगा, उठाओगे मेरा फोन? मैंने कहा पक्का उठाऊंगा। एंड वो मैंने लिखी भी इंस्टाग्राम पे अभी थोड़े दिन पहले, वो बहुत बच्चों को पसंद भी आई, मोटिवेट भी किया। वो बच्चा गया भी, एमडी भी उसने गवर्नमेंट में उठाया, एफएमजी एग्जाम भी पास किया, और अपने पेरेंट्स को बाहर, जो आज तक उनका पासपोर्ट नहीं था, उनको बाहर, इंडिया के बाहर घूमने लेके गया। तो जिम्मेवारी इसी को कहते हैं कि आपने अपने, जिनको आप पसंद करते हो, जो आपके प्रिय हैं, उनमें से आप खुद भी हो, उसके जो जो सपने हैं वो पूरे करने की जिम्मेवारी है ना आपकी, तो लीजिए ना उसको। सो दैट इज व्हाट मैडम इज टुडे टेलिंग यू कि यू आर योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बॉस। करते हैं।
एब्सोल्युटली। देन इसके अलावा ये सब था कि आप कैसे अपनी प्रोडक्टिविटी बनाओगे। अब आप पूछोगे मैम आपका क्या योगदान है, आप क्या करने वाले हो? सो एज वी हैव प्रॉमिस्ड, we are there for you because we are all linked, right? We would not be known if you would not do well. We would be known only when our students do well, because only then people will ask you, यार ऑब्स एंड गायनी किससे पढ़ के आए हो, राइट? इतनी अच्छी आती है, फिर मेरा नाम आएगा तो मुझे बहुत गर्व महसूस होगा। सो हम क्या करेंगे? वी आर इंश्योरिंग कि हम आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी में आग लगाएं, राइट? फायर फायर फायर। सो समबडी इज आस्किंग मैम 4 घंटे पीवाईक्यू का बात करना है क्या? करना है। आप
Yes.
अपने आप, बाय योर ओन सेल्फ, यू कैन नॉट बी एज प्रोडक्टिव एज यू विल बी विद अस. We will ensure that you're sitting uptight with all your concentration, giving the answers, taking the probable questions, and you will be doing it for 2 or 3 subjects in a day.
इसीलिए
You
तो इंडिया
cannot be more productive than that.
इसलिए तो
Okay?
इंडिया का सबसे पहला, सबसे बड़ा लाइव प्लेटफॉर्म मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बनाया था हमने। क्योंकि जब हम लाइव तुझे पढ़ाएंगे पीवाईक्यू, तो टीचर भी मेहनत कर रहा होगा उसी समय। ऐसा नहीं कि पहले 5 साल पहले रिकॉर्ड करके तुझे दे रहा हूँ, उसी समय सामने पढ़ा रहा होगा। वो पढ़ा रहा है तो तू क्यों नहीं पढ़ेगा? और टीचर की आवाज पेपर में वापस आएगी, पक्का गारंटी।
Absolutely, yes. Okay, so now today we've given you all the mantras, and these are not from a book, or they are not from anywhere. They are our personal experiences. These are tools that we have been using to improve our productivity, and we believe we are in the same boat. We are overwhelmed with the work we have. We are overwhelmed with the responsibilities we have, but that doesn't mean that we will sit and say we give up. We won't. Okay, till the nth time we will never give up. Okay, in life we are fighters, each one of us, and in this journey, when we keep fighting back, we are growing in spirituality, we are growing in wisdom, we are obviously growing in age, but the entire growth of a person that you will become When you look back in your life, you will be proud of who you are. And when the journey is over in the literal sense, I hope you all know it flashes back. Yes, your journey flashes back for a few seconds. And when you look at that flashback, you should have a smile and you should say thank you. And that has been some awesome movie that I was seeing. Yes, that flashback that we are going to have at the nth moment of our life should be worth watching. Will you make it worth watching, the flashback of your life? Yes? So we are all ensuring that कि वो जो एक सेकंड का फ्लैशबैक आएगा ना जाने से पहले वो देखकर मजा आ जाए. ठीक है?
मुझे तो एक गाना याद आ गया, वो मेमोरीज वाला These are the nights that you will remember वाला, बहुत बढ़िया. अच्छा, फाइनली डॉक्टर दीप्ति, दो अनाउंसमेंट मैं आपकी तरफ से चाहता हूँ. बहुत सारे बच्चे पूछ रहे हैं, डॉक्टर दीप्ति, आर वी स्टार्टिंग पीवाईक्यू का बाप टुडे?
Yes, so we are starting PYQ का बाप today 5 PM live. उससे पहले अपनी पढ़ाई करके आओ, उसके साथ हम पढ़ाई कराएंगे ताकि एंड ऑफ द डे बड़ी अच्छी फीलिंग आए कि यार आज का दिन बहुत अच्छा था. ठीक है?
Any idea which subject are we going to do today? Any
Yes,
idea?
we are starting with ENT, Ophthal and PSM today. We want to do it in a rapid way, बेटा. बहुत linger on करने का फायदा नहीं है, right? PYQs are not something that should be lingering on. We should get over with them. ठीक है? ताकि हम साथ
Today,
साथ
in one day, you will be doing Ophthal, ENT, PSM, PYQs with us, both NEET PG, FMG, और वो काम खत्म होगा. 19 में से 3 सब्जेक्ट खत्म हो जाएंगे PYQ के आधार पे. Second thing, Dr. Deepti, I want to know from
predictor
you,
series.
NEET PG predictor series कब से शुरू
Yes,
करेंगे?
the NEET PG predictor series will be starting from tomorrow. The first one is ENT. We are trying to keep the schedule same ताकि आप same subject एक बार पढ़कर satisfy हो रहे हो. So the same subject will go in PYQ का बाप, the same subject in predictor series, and you will use the LRR and DVT of the same subjects to revise as well. ठीक है?
और
And
एक बच्चा पूछ रहा है कि सर
series-
समथिंग फॉर द फ्रेश इंटर्न्स. तो बेटा एक और वीडियो है जो हमने अभी कुछ दिन पहले किया था. व्हेन यू जस्ट स्क्रॉल बैक इन दिस प्लेलिस्ट यू विल सी अनदर वीडियो फॉर न्यू इंटर्न्स. एक बार उसको देख सकते हैं बेटा.
नहीं तो we will also spend
Aryan, we will also include it in our further topic also. Aryan, if you're not aware of this, we do this series every day and we take different topics for each day.
Yes, and remember, we are only going to take one day at a time. So let's make today a memorable day. Let's convert it into something very, very productive. Okay?
So we wish you all the best. And on this note, today we leave you with only one word: accountability, responsibility, जिम्मेवारी. आप अपनी खुद की जिम्मेवारी हैं. ये जिस दिन समझ जाएंगे उस दिन जीतना शुरू कर देंगे. Wish you all the best. Keep reminding yourself, अपना टाइम आएगा नहीं,
अपन खुद लाएगा. And yes, just the last thing. Yes, somebody's asking. Yes, we have changed the CBT date to 31st because many students wanted to enroll for it. So the registration is open. You will register from the NEET-MDS app. Bottom panel, there is a separate entity CBT. Go and register. Registration is open for next 3 days until 22nd. Then they will close and we will do a great CBT on 31st. Okay?
बहुत सारे बच्चे कल भी बोल रहे थे कि सर सीबीटी की डेट थोड़ी सी बढ़ा दो ताकि मैं रजिस्टर कर सकूं. अब कर लेना भाई. अब लास्ट डेट के बाद मत आना कि भाई सर लास्ट डेट हो गई है. वी आर नाउ गोइंग टू डू इट ऑन 31st. Only 2 days left to register for the final DAMS-eMedicoz in designated computer centers. सेंटर दूर है पास है ये मत सोचियो. ये सोचियो असली एग्जाम भी दूर पास हो सकता है. Wish you all the best. Keep rocking.
Take care everyone. Have a great day ahead.